guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Normally not date or time specific, but this time around I'm doing a 2022 wrap-up reading. The next series of readings will be 2023 forecast, so stay tuned for those. But here I want to sort of look at where you've been, where you are, where you might be headed. Put our finger on the pulse of how we're closing out the year, even if some things have existed for a while. Just keep that in mind. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Scorpio. Sometimes the messages come through directly for you. And let's see, it is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. Always best to just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. There we go. 5 of Cups. So the overall energy, some measure of sadness, wistfulness, backwards facing. It's looking at the past with either sadness, grief, regrets, mistakes. We shall see. Let's look at this. Where you come from energy. We've got the Queen of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. I almost feel like this past year, at the very least, could be longer, has been about clearing the air. Right? Reclaiming your power, clearing the air, speaking truth to power, however that resonates for you, because we have the theme of this, something that has occurred in the past that was very disappointing. And here's this Ace of Pentacles, looking forward to a new beginning, closing out a cycle, beginning something new. Here we are right now with the Tower. Wow. 8 of Swords. 9 of Cups. Interesting that those cards came out in the morning musing, so I'll address that in a minute. Going forward, 3 of Swords, Strength card, and that is the Empress. So divine feminine energy going forward, but it is about overcoming heartache. So that's going to be your mission going forward, is how you come to terms with this disappointment and the sadness, something that's been lost to you, how you overcome it and still hold on to the highest vibration of your unconditional love, always starting with yourself. Here right now, something is not copacetic at all. Look at this card, 9 of Cups. And what I said in the morning musing, and for those of you who don't know, every morning I do a little reading for the signs, like a mini spread for the signs I'm going to read for or about. It's like a peek in the door of the dominant energies, and that's what is included in my channel membership. So if you want to know more about that, click the join button. You can read about it, and it's also available to the all access pass for the extendeds. So here, what I said about this 9 of Cups is, it feels like somebody's resting on their laurels. It's very complacent. Look at this guy laying back there on the couch, sort of like, yeah, life is good. I don't need to put any effort in anymore, right? Most of us want that sort of 10 of Cups, not necessarily a happily ever after, but feeling like we got something on lock, and on lock for a long time. So the 10 of Cups to me is always about bliss and harmony and looking, having the one we love next to us and contemplating the future. The 9 of Cups is sort of like, yeah, if this is as good as it gets, I'm all right. I don't need 10 cups. I got 9. So there's some measure of complacency about it, even though it's a wish fulfillment card. There is no wish fulfilled here right now. There's something that's unsustainable. You're feeling very stuck to change it. Maybe second guessing yourself. What I was saying this morning in the morning musing was that it seems like there's this energy of defeat almost, because the 5 of Swords was also there, I think. But at any rate, it's almost, and now that I see the 8 of Swords with the Tower, there's something big, something that's really getting your attention. Could be a massive paradigm shift. Something you thought was solid is no longer solid. There's not a foundation that you believed was there. And so you're like now paralyzed. Analysis of paralysis, that can also be a scorpionic thing. But it feels to me like the whole focus of this past year was, clearing the air and having this new fresh start, new beginning. And now the ground is unsettled beneath your feet again, and you're in this energy of stuckness while dealing with somebody who, I'm all right with it. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. And that can be very hurtful. So going forward, it's about overcoming that disappointment, that heartache. So that is what I see here for you, Scorpio. I just want to be double sure, since you're here. No, it wasn't the Five of Swords. It was the Devil. Okay, so one degree removed from Five of Swords is the Devil. Okay, so I just wanted to double check. In the morning musing, I was feeling there's something going on here that is, if not toxic, just feeling karmic in nature, that you're wrestling with and it has you stuck. So let's see what the Five of Cups holds. Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. So on some level, and for those of you who are new, welcome. When I pull from the bottom of the deck, it's what's going on in unconscious awareness or rising up in the psyche, under the surface, or going on behind the scenes. So it's just what's hidden, okay? And here on some level, there's an inner knowing. You've got this heartache, and there's some inner knowing that something has ended very painfully, and it's not likely to come back. That's sort of the present energy. It's sort of the overall energy for the reading. Is on some level, you have strong intuition and an inner knowing that this is it. And that's why you are now stuck. And the person you're dealing with isn't taking any effort whatsoever to take any action, to help clear things up or set things right. That's what you've been focused on all year long, maybe even longer than that. So I know. Just so you know, all of these readings have been on this vein of closing out painful cycles. And, well, don't we want to do that? Don't we want to sort of, like, if something is really not going to resurrect, or don't we want to just, like, boom, zero it out and move into 2023 without that burden, without carrying that forward? So that's what I think I'm seeing, is a lot of people, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all of these readings have been about that final realization, getting very clear about what needs to be released and letting it go for good. So Queen of Wands here with this Knight of Swords. We have a King of Swords. Yeah. So you have been dealing with somebody who might have been pretty icy, and maybe not real warm and fuzzy or approachable at all. King of Swords can be aloof, can be distant. So therefore, as you're trying to, get your mojo back, your power back, to step into it, to clear the air, or to just speak truth to power, there it is. It's very daunting. It can, it could be something that has preoccupied your mind, your thoughts, kept you up at night. So I feel like there's been some resistance or defensiveness on the part of this person. And all you wanted to do was let's get clear about this, and speak your truth, speak your piece. I'm not sure it went the way you wanted it to go, which is why we've got this Five of Cups. So let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Page of Swords. I really think that your focus for this past year has been on clearing the air so you could have a whole new beginning. Reignite the torch of passion, have, some kind of up-leveling of the connection. While you were willing to move slow and deliberately and methodically, there was some information missing. I kind of feel with this Page of Swords, it's like, I just need to kind of know what I'm really dealing with. The Page of Swords to me is the spire detective of the tarot looking for information. Pages are usually messengers, so either wanting to receive a message that would provide some clarity or information, or offer a message. And because you were seeking to clear the air here or speak truth to power, it's like almost as if, what I say has to be on point, so that it can rid us of any more discomfort or misunderstanding and set us on a brand new path. And I'm willing to take it slow. That Knight of Pentacles means you were very focused. And I'm feeling, of course it can come through reversed, and this could be about your person, but I'm feeling like the focus was, I know what the end goal is. I know how it is I want this to. So it's like I'm plotting my course. I'm crossing T's, I'm dotting I's. I'm very, my eyes are open, I'm focused. This is conscious intentions and purpose and deliberate and not in any hurry. Now, the Knight of Swords does move at lightning speed and sometimes gets out over their skis and says things in the moment sometimes, but that's not what I see here. I think that this was almost like all you could think about was if we could just clear the air, if I could just break through this person's defenses, and we could clear the air and I could speak my truth, then we could start anew. We would be better for it. So that seemed like a long-term goal. Like I said, it could be longer than this past year. I don't think it came to fruition. And so what you're left with is this disappointment and what you're perceiving now on some intuitive level as the end of a very painful cycle. So that brings us to the Tower and the Eight of Swords. There's the Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So this person, let's just say it's this King of Swords. This person has left you feeling defeated. That's what I said when I started the reading, but it was coming from the Devil energy and not the Tower, or not the Five of Swords. But now it's like there's this defeat. There it is, the defeated energy, feeling forsaken, feeling devalued, feeling completely stuck. This has been something you've shouldered a burden for a long time. There's a lot of negative karma built up around this that you would just like to release, but you're stuck. So therefore you're at a loss as to how to move forward. And there's something here that's just absolutely not sustainable. And I feel like your confidence, because Queen of Wands, has taken a hit. So let's look at this Nine of Cups. Two of Cups, Knight of Cups, Tower. Scorpio. So it's like you're writing this thing. I feel like I'm in your journal right now. They didn't take any action. Nothing ever materialized. And therefore there's like this sort of, the wish fulfilled would have been a coming together, this person being emotionally open and available and, making an offer from their heart. Something even more on the romantic side. But we've got the Tower here. Boom. It's not happening. And either it's not happening or it just hasn't happened, and therefore there's all this sort of heaviness and stuck energy, like, now what do I do? It hasn't come to fruition. Underneath is the Tower here, and that just feels like it's an eye-opening moment for you and goes back to the Tower from the top of the deck. And it's something that's just not coming to pass and leaving you feeling not just rejected and abandoned, but somehow forsaken, devalued, questioning your worth and value. That's why there's that Eight of Swords. I'm second-guessing yourself. Damn. So let's look forward, shall we? Three of Swords and the Strength card. Yes, healing. All right, so spoiler alert. Just crazy. Y'all don't disappoint. This person could absolutely return, though that is from under the deck. So it's something that's sort of in the back of your conscious awareness going forward. Is like you really, are desiring some healing with this past life soulmate, and the two of you overcoming the obstacles and the difficulty that you've been through. So it seems to me like there's something here where you won't necessarily close the door. And we've got the Empress, and that's the unconditional love, divine feminine peace. We go back to the beginning with the Five of Cups, working through it, Two of Swords. So you'll have a decision to make. I feel like there's, on some level, you leave the door open for the two of you to heal the wounds, to heal your broken heart, but also the heart heaviness you may both share. That's possible. At least you're seeing it that way, because these two, as I said, they help each other. There's something very supportive and eternal about the connection in the Strength card. But here is divine feminine energy, the unconditional love of self here with this Five of Cups, sort of tendering yourself, being tender to yourself, and also being open to working through whatever it was that left you very disappointed in the connection. And the Two of Swords underneath, it's that crossroads moment where you'll have to do a little bit of an inner search. What do I want? What decision do I have to make? What's the meaning and the purpose of the decision, and how best to proceed? So you may get to this moment where you feel a little bit foggy about whether this, working it out is what you even want to do. So I am seeing an interesting shift of energy. It's almost like this continually moving clock, where I'm seeing at this moment the deep hurt and realization that something has been very painful, very disappointing, and it's closing out. So that's how you're showing up in the reading. In the past, really wanting to clear the air, work things out, but coming up against somebody's resistance and defensiveness. And, all the while, I spy with my one eye, you were looking for an up-leveling, a reconnection of sorts. And then we get the Tower. And I feel like this Tower was just something that is probably ongoing right now. It's like residual, because it's the first card out in the present energy and the last card out in the present energy. And it's like something that you wanted isn't working out because somebody doesn't see the need for change. The person you're dealing with isn't taking any action, and it's leaving you feeling, defeated and devalued and burdened by the whole thing and stuck. So I do feel like the focus in the future will be on some healing of the heartache. But it looks like you want to do it with this person. You may leave the door open for that. And you may have to come to a decision as to whether that's what you really want. So that's what I see for you, Scorpio. Let me give you the astrology. But before I do, there is a link to the extended. And what I'm going to do in the extended is exactly what I did here, but from the point of view of your person. Got it? So we're going to see, their present energy, what this has all been like for them in the past, where they're at now, and what they see going forward with regard to this connection. So we have here High Priestess is Pisces. We've got Queen of Wands is Aries energy. King of Swords is Aquarian energy. We have the Tower out twice as Aries. That's a card of Mars. Mars happens to be retrograde in Gemini right now. Ain't nobody doing much of anything. And lots of confusion. Got it? We have the Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. The Strength card is Leo. The Empress is Taurus and Libra, which is a card of Venus. So that's what I have. I know it's difficult, but let's see what's going on with them. The link's below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.